Yep, this just happened, unfortunately. So I want to tell you what happened, and I want to share with you what I'm doing about it and what the doctors have said. Um, it was scary. Yeah, it scared my whole family. It scared me. And honestly, the doctors thought it was a heart attack, and that's what was so scary. But it turns out it's probably just my back and poor art practices. So I want to share with you so that this doesn't happen to you the way it happened to me. So let me show you first what I was doing when all this happened. On Sunday, I was working on these 5 pieces and I was making incredible progress. I got all the shading done, which takes the longest, and I was just starting the color. It was the end of the day, and I was feeling really good all day long. I got up, I stretched every, half hour, or it seemed like it was every half hour, but it probably was longer than that. In between sections, I would rotate the paintings, let that painting dry while I worked on another. That's why I work on so many at a time, so that I can just keep working and rotating the pieces in and out. I tried to be conscious about getting up and moving around and stretching out my back, because I know artist posture is really important. But I wasn't really heeding to the fact that I was leaning over my art in one position, holding my arm like this in one position for a very long time. And all of a sudden, I had just rotated in one of the pieces and I had started working on it, and I got really, really hot and started to feel some achiness across my back. So I thought, well, I'm in menopause, so I'm probably having a hot flash. Let me go get my hair tie to pull my hair up and stretch out at the same time, because obviously my back's getting a little bit sore. I walked down the hall to my bedroom, and by the time I got there, I was super hot, like I was on fire, and I was dripping sweat. And there was this boom, sharp pain right in the middle of my back between my shoulder blades, like somebody was stabbing me. And my stomach got really sick, and I felt like I need to lay down and try and do some deep breathing and breathe through this pain in my back. I never heard a pop. I never felt anything pull or anything in my back. It just hurt. And so I laid down, started to deep breathe a bit. I was getting hotter and hotter and hotter. And literally at this point, my hair was even wet because I was so hot. And I thought I was going to throw up. And at that point, the pain came through to the front here, right at my chest bone. And it was shooting down my side and around my ribs here. And so I thought, well, I better get up and go tell my husband something's wrong. So I tried to walk down the hall, and I felt like everything was going to the right. I was really dizzy. And so I held onto the wall, got to the end of the hall, and told my husband, I don't feel well. Something obviously was wrong, because this was not going away. So I just said to him, I don't feel well. And he took one look at me, and he could tell, obviously something serious was going on. He got me to sit on the couch. He called 911. The emergency was here so fast. Thank you to Brownsburg, Hendricks County Emergency. I think they were here like in 2 minutes. He wasn't even finished on the phone yet, telling everything to the 911 operator, and they were already coming through my garage to come get me. So thank you to Brownsburg Emergency. The fire engine, everything came. I had a whole house full of people. They did an EKG on the couch, and they checked my pulse and my blood pressure. The EKG was normal. It was not my heart. And I had a sigh of relief. My pulse was normal. They did say my blood pressure was really low, but I already have low blood pressure. And so it dropped in reaction to whatever was going on with my body. They said, well, the hospital could do more tests. We can only do so much. Do you want to go to the hospital? I opted to go. And they did another EKG, they did blood work, and they did a chest x-ray, and it was all clear. Nothing wrong, no heart issue at all. The interesting thing was how quickly it came on, but then how quickly it went away as well. So I had been in the hospital for about 15, 20 minutes. So that's not counting the time of the pain at home too, which was probably 10 or 15 minutes. So maybe a total of 30 or 35 minutes, and it was gone. The pain just disappeared completely. It was baffling to everybody involved. The doctors were like, well, you're perfectly healthy. We don't know what caused this. So they sent me to my primary care doctor. She said that she didn't think it was my heart either, that she was really kind of concerned about the systemic response I had to the pain, because that would usually indicate that there's something with your heart. The systemic response meaning the hot flashes, the dripping sweat, the feeling like I'm going to vomit, the dizziness, all of that. But she said, I'd like you to go see a chiropractor, see what they can say about your back, or see what's going on with your spine. So I went yesterday to a chiropractor. He doesn't feel like I bursted a disc or whatever it's called when that happens, because he said I wouldn't be as mobile as I am. I do still, since that event, I do still have pain across my shoulder blades, across my upper back, and sometimes up in my neck. And it's more like soreness. It's not like the pain I had on Sunday. So it's really muscular. I'm taking ibuprofen right now. He took a bunch of x-rays, said, definitely the way I was sitting and my posture, and then taking and rotating could have activated an old injury I have from about 15 years ago. I had someone fall on me when I was helping lift them up. Their legs gave out, and I had the person fall on me this way, this direction. And it hurt right in the same area that I was experiencing this weekend. Oh, the sun has come out. We've been experiencing snow, and all of a sudden the sun's come out. So sorry if the lighting's off, but happy to see that sun. Our chickens will be happy. So he said I need to change my workstation up, which my husband already has done. So I'm going to show you what my husband's done to the workstation. And I do have a standing desk, but because I moved my desk into the dining room, it's really difficult for me to keep my table easel on it. So I haven't been using it. And so my husband clamped these pieces of wood down onto the table, and my easel now will not push back and fall off the back of the table, and I can push against it, because when I'm using the wood stain, I have to really kind of scrub sometimes, and I have to put some pressure on it. Also, you can see my arms are, I'm able to set my arms on there and put the weight of my arms and my shoulders on the table and support myself, so that I'm not constantly injuring the top part of my shoulders and along my back there. The super good news is today is my 53rd birthday. That's right. And I'm still alive. I know my family's happy. I'm happy. And so thankful that I made it to my 53rd birthday. But I want to hear from you. If you have a really great art setup, share it with the rest of us. Put it in the comments. Share it with us. Please tell all of us how we can be healthier artists, so that we can produce more beauty for the world. But I will keep you posted. I will keep you updated on what the chiropractor says, because I think it's really important for all of us as artists to really have the proper posture. And I really don't want this to happen to you. The pain that I felt was excruciating, and the systemic response, to be honest, was even worse. All right. I will see you in the next one. God bless you. Bye.